event that's going on, because our community needs this type of interaction.
Yes,
It's
sir.
lovely if you can come visit us, here and also DC.
You in DC?
Yeah, I'm in between both places I represent.
Let me say this to you real quick with my DCP, not to cut you off again. I'm speaking of Capitol Heights, Maryland, Friday the 19th.
Yeah.
I might address the Howard students on the 20th.
Right.
I need a location to do this. Free lecture and book signing in DC. Thurgood Marshall is my regular spot, but they're not reopened yet. So if anybody in DC got a spot I can get for next year.
Sankofa is limited for the side.
Sankofa limited. The bookstore is limited.
Yeah, what it has is you got rec centers. So sometimes what we can do is, if the rec
City's
centers
gonna be tight though, because it's me. The homosexuals are boycotted.
the thing is, like I said, we represent, how do I say this? Like I said,
Me too, 'cause
I
if you find a spot,
represent many previously incarcerated Muslims in DC, Baltimore, and the area. So something as far as, somebody coming in and doing something like that, we make sure that you're covered in that. But also, this is 100 years since Marcus Garvey had that speech at Madison Square Garden. And one of the things when he had that speech, I listened to, you can go online, you go on Cultivating the Culture, we have it on there, and you can hear it and what he was talking about. One of the things that was happening during that period was unification. So I also come here to be able to extend my arm, and extend my hand, because that so-called Afrocentric community, a lot of times when I hear them having conversations about the Muslims, as though we, trying to be Arab or trying to be anything. They mention Malcolm, you know what I'm saying? We got Muhammad Ali, some of the greatest warriors and stuff. Even if we go back to Timbuktu, Timbuktu was the last place that they penetrated. It wasn't until the 1800s and stuff that they was able to penetrate. They penetrated all the way. We talk about Mansa Musa, we talk about all that strong Islamic history as far as us, but everybody wants to deal with us as always the treacherous Moroccans that went in and took us over. And then, so here it is, we're here today to be able to extend it so we can be able to have peace and unity. And stop having it when somebody says, as far as loyalty, it's like that was the only thing that hurt me. During that when I was there, I did construction management. I was with brother Blake, and I said to him, I said, tell you man, look, I'll look at the drawings, I'll go through whatever, you got your HVAC unit and stuff, whatever, follow up on that. And then you started talking about religion and people's loyalty. My loyalty is to my Creator and my messenger, right? But my loyalty is to my people. I've never stopped. Malcolm never stopped. Muhammad Ali never stopped. All of us never stopped. So we have to stop having this thing where we got to say something about others and we unify. So I'm coming in the hand of peace and reading. And like you said, if you need a spot and you need to be able to show, I don't even give no letters. No, I just say what we got is correct marriage and incorrect sex. Marriage sex is correct sex. Everything else I just put in one category. I don't call them anything. So us, we will protect y'all. We'll make sure. We got brothers, we got our own security. That same just like this brother. So that's what y'all needed to be able to come into DC. We would love for you to have. But this, with the information that you're giving, most of these people have needs. And when the information that you're giving, the people can take it back and do something. And this is what we need. We need unity. We don't need that type of stuff that we got on social media. Like I said, when the revolution, it will not be televised. And what is being televised is not revolution. This conversation will probably not be televised. Why? Because it's changed. It's revolution. So peace be with you.
I agree with everything, but I want to clarify one thing. I was raised Muslim in North Philly.
I was born Muslim.
So
My parents followed. I'm 57 years old. My parents followed me out of North.
Got you. So let me speak. I was born Muslim also. It is true, without question, that there are African American Muslims who will identify with the Arab before their own brothers and sisters.
There's whites that identify with whites. They identify with dogs. They identify with Indians.
Don't be offensive. You are an exception. There's a brother I know in Jacksonville, Florida. His name is Brother Umar, just like mine. He breaks it down in his feet. He's an exception. Muslims claim Malcolm because he was Muslim. If Malcolm wasn't a Muslim, they'd never mention his name like they hardly mention anybody else's. Stay with me. Stay with me. I know that there are conscious Muslims. That ain't my problem. The issue is, I don't know if the conscious Muslims are trying to raise the consciousness of other Muslims who are more inclined to disassociate from their brothers and sisters in deference to a brotherhood with the Arab. That's our concern.
Now, as you stated, as I stated earlier.
Now, I don't want to debate. All right.
As I stated earlier, I represent, as far as like in DC jail, we maintain anywhere from 300 to 600 Muslims on a regular basis in some people of the population. And so these, I'm an Afrocentric, never changed. So when we teach it, these are brothers from DC that are involved in things. Not trying to be Arab, because we learn the language, that doesn't mean that they're trying to be Arab. And what happens is a lot of people change. So when you said it, you said as far as maybe I'm an exception, no I'm not. There's an amazing amount of brothers that's in the institutions that have been involved. Whenever these people here,
but do you recognize the element that I spoke of? But do you recognize the element?
Oh, of course. But
and it's not a minority in religion, brother. It's a majority.
What it is now.
Most African American Orthodox Muslims are not black consciousness. They are not, brother. They are not. I was raised in it my whole life. They are not.
Let you finish.
Go ahead. And I need you to wrap it up too, so we can start.
Okay. Go ahead. Without interrupting?
Yeah, but we're not here for a debate.
Okay. It's not. No, it's love.
Go ahead.
I'm not debating.
You got 2 minutes.
I'm trying to build.
You got 2 minutes. Full show.
2 minutes. Yo, put the stopwatch on. Okay. So, like you said, when they talk about now. One of the things, another person that we're talking about is Jamil Alameen, H.R. Brown. H.R. Brown was what? Was SNCC. And when he was in SNCC, look at the things they did. Then he went to the Panthers. They got a movie out, about the Black Panthers with Fred Hampton. And they're talking about that. They bring up some dead person that's been dead. But here it is, a person that was 24. And they got a law about. They got a law about H.R. Brown. Then when H.R. Brown accepted full Islam, what happened? The black community abandoned him because they don't want us to go back to what we was in Timbuktu. Whenever I talk to black people about Timbuktu, we had 25,000 students at the university. They still have 700,000 manuscripts in the Arabic. This is African Islam. But I never hear the Afrocentrics or anybody talk about it. Why is that? So here it is, these people say that we were dumb, ignorant, monkeys swinging from trees. But if we go back just to the 1800s, the 1700s, the 1600s, for a 500-year period, the knowledge that was going on there, we know about that history. We know that strength. We know that we came as warriors. We know that this was a place of jihad for many of the people from West Africa, that they would let themselves get caught, sold into slavery, come over here and fight. And that's how Haiti got its freedom, because there was a scholar that was in Haiti, and they were the Haitian Revolution people.
The Haitian Revolution was not inspired by Islam. It was
inspired by strong brothers, just like me. I don't run around talking about I'm Muslim and this and that. What I do is I come and I volunteer, I help, I make decisions. These are my people. That's why I said this is beautiful, and I come in peace. Why is it that, please, I came in peace. Why is it that the people always want to, because I'm not talking about the ones that's not dead. I'm talking about what's in front of you.
But I don't think the people
I'm talking about what's in front of you.
I don't think the people always assume just because you're Muslim, you're not an African race first brother or sister. You understand?
Brother.
But, stay with me. But a lot of brothers and sisters who come from any religion, it ain't just Islam, we do have to be patient with them, because you're normally raised as Muslim or Christian to put your religion first, not your race.
But in New York, we wasn't. Remember, one of the things you got to remember.
You said you got 2 minutes. I got 33 seconds left.
Let me get my 33 seconds.
Bro.
So, going back to Mount.
You see what you're doing now? You see, no, but listen.
33 seconds.
Stay with me.
29 seconds.
It looks like.
28 seconds.
Stay with me.
27 seconds.
No, listen to me. It looks like.
Can I get my 33 seconds?
You came in here on your Islamic vibe. Stay with me. And because you're Muslim, you have a right to dictate the flow of this event. You understand? I'm not saying that's your intent, my brother, but that's how it looks. And that's why a lot of black people.
If it looks that way, then I'll be sorry.
There you go.
Thank you.
I appreciate you, my brother. And if you do have a spot for me, please hit me. This is what I'm going to do, fam. Because it's pretty crowded here, I'm going to go upstairs to the next level and sign the books up there. So you guys will come up the steps, right?
How many steps? It's a lot of steps.
Woman, you can walk them steps.
How many steps?
It's about...
That's a lot of steps.
That's a lot of steps.
Yeah.
So do you know what I'm going to do then?
How about you just walk around to us one by one?
Do I need to stay in this room? Yeah. All right, so this is what we're going to do. This is what we're going to do. Sorry, everybody. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and stay here.
Where's your dad?
Yes.
You need a dad.
This is what we're going to do. 2 lines, 2 lines, 2 lines. instead of male and female, we're going to do those who have the book and those who don't. So the people who have the book aren't all the way in the back and they actually support it, okay? So if you have the book, your line is going to go around here, just line left. If you have the book, now female, if you have the book, if you don't have the book,